Greetings, Sun people. Greetings, and welcome to another Messages from the Waters. Today's message is about the power of consistency. And as you know, we are going to ask the divine for guidance, direction in terms of what messages or what message the divine has in regards to the power of consistency. And just, a quick background note as I'm thinking about this message and about to pull a card. Spirit is saying in your route to attain what's yours, it is important to stay consistent. It is important to put in the work necessary. If you have the vision, you put in the work, then Spirit will definitely make sure that that vision comes to fruition. But it's important to put in the work. So let's see what message the divine has for us in regards to the power of consistency. Okay. All right. Right off the message, the card that's coming up is the King of Wands. King of Wands. And the message on this card, of course, this is again fire energy. We've definitely been dealing with a lot of fire energy. And this is rightly so in regards to what we're talking about. And I'm just going to read what the card says. And again, this is a beginner's tarot card. And, this deck has some descriptions on what the card means. And for those of you who are just at the stages of beginning to learn about tarot, this is a good deck to get. So it says leadership. Just a couple of things that you'll notice on the card. Leadership. Right off the bat, you see a lot of fire energy, which is basically what I was just saying. Putting in that work, making sure that the energy is one where there's a lot of consistency work being put in regards to achieving your goal. Some other descriptions is being in charge. All right, so in attaining your goal, you definitely have to be that leader, the one that's in charge, that takes charge of things. You don't wait for someone to tell you to do it. You don't wait for some earthly thing to give you what you need, but you look to the divine to do that. So being in charge, it says decisiveness. So in regards to being consistent, there needs to be a decision that's made. There's also a sense of independence, loyalty. It's also someone who is optimistic. Also can be someone who's impulsiveness, unexpected income, someone who inspires others to creative achievement. Especially that last line about inspiring others to creative achievement. Consistency definitely, in being consistent, that's one of the things that you get to do, is to inspire others. When we're on that path to attaining our goal, it's not just, we have to recognize that it's not just about us, that the work that is being done is so far greater than us, and that we get to leave an impression on others. We get to provide a way and inspiration. We get to leave inspiration. We get to be that inspiration for others who are looking to attain their goals. Other messages that Spirit is sending is definitely, again, similar to the last message, to work with fire energy. And really, when it comes to creating, that in itself, the act of creating, is a lot, has a lot to do with, the fire energy, bringing things forward, unblocking paths. And that's one of the things that, fire does, is anything that's in the path, anything that gets in the way of creation, the creative energy, it unblocks it, it burns it. Okay, so we get to burn any and all things that no longer serves us in order for us to continue to be consistent. That what that means is many of us have fears in regards to the path that we're taking, and because it's something that's uncertain, we don't really know, and especially when it's a new path that you are embarking on, something new that you are doing. um Oftentimes spirit tells us to do something, and we have really no idea as to how it's going to get done. And for many of us, it's that fear of not knowing that keeps us from consistently going after those goals, and consistently, putting in the work in order to achieve the goals that we need to achieve. um, but Spirit is telling us that we have all the resources that we need in order to achieve those things. We are standing as the King of Wands. Now, in Tarot, the King of Wands is one that often, does a lot of head over heart decisions. And sometimes that's exactly what we need to do, because in terms of following your dreams, sometimes um, a lot of things can basically get in the path of us trying to do that. So, we get to shapeshift, we get to, take the time. And if you're looking at, the character in here, that is one that is definitely pensive, one that, takes time to think about the decisions that they're making. And, there's definitely a lot of fire energy. You definitely see that that's something that you get to work with in regards to achieving those goals. So definitely follow that energy. All right, let's see if there is another message that Spirit has in regards to being consistent. All right off. Um, okay, this this is definitely, an energy of choice, having to do with a lot of passion for what it is that you are working on. This card is, it's signifying having your relationships. These are also things that are important in terms of achieving those goals too. And on here it says, my personal value system leads me to love. So right off the bat, in terms of being consistent, it's telling us that um, some of the things that can lead us to achieving those goals, one of the things that can lead us to doing that is the value systems that we have. What do you value? That's one of the things that you get to question in regards to achieving the goals that you're trying to achieve. And then also thinking about working with others, and the importance of that. And others is not necessarily always, carnal. It's not always a physical being. As you see here in this image, you have divinity always and consistently, watching over you, and providing divine inspiration. On this here, you see the divine sun, which is, constantly beaming down and sending us divine messages. Those are some of the things that we get to do in regards to consistently following those dreams. We get to be connected to the divine, because we're consistently receiving messages, but we just have to be tapped in. That's definitely one of the things that we get to do, is to tap in to assure that what we see for ourselves, what the divine has communicated with us in regards to fulfilling our dreams, that it gets accomplished. So being tapped in is definitely another aspect of that. Let's see if there's something else, another divine message, divine guidance that we get to receive as it relates to being consistent and accomplishing our dreams. Let's see. Okay. All right. Up. So yeah, so being consistent will and then this is spirit telling us that being consistent can lead to the 9 of Pentacles, which is independent wealth. It says here independence, success, financial stability, security, profit, prosperity, wealth, property, abundance, rewards through hard work, collecting on investments, thriving business, status, freedom, wisdom, maturity, indulgence. I mean, you definitely can't make this up. Spirit is telling us that this gets to be the result of, what happens when you are consistent. It leads to independent wealth, right? Especially if you're being divinely led. This is the path that you get to be on. You get to have independence, you get to have success, financial stability, security, prosperity, wealth, abundance, rewards. And this will come as a result of your hard work. You'll definitely have, a thriving business as a result of this. So you see, these are things that are attainable. But again, we get to be tapped in if we are trying to get to that path. So this is the message, that Spirit has for us at this time. Thank you for joining, and see you next time.